the little Asian schoolgirl thing going on.
Okay,
Then you've got
okay. If you go down this path, look, I can say it's Lena Vega. I can say Stephanie McCurr, Alexa Bliss.
sex.
Hey man,
Sex.
wait. We talking about champions. We talking about champions, man.
We're talking
Then you
about
got Becky Lynch.
champions.
Then you got Becky Lynch.
You want to be a fucking. You want to be a champion. You're gonna have to show some fucking skin. That is the
Stephanie
point I'm
did that.
trying
She
to
was a
make.
double champion. I loved her for that.
Yeah.
JC Jane is
yeah,
an
but-
ugly ass woman, so JC Jane gets a double champion too.
Y'all know the reason.
What?
Y'all know the reason why a lot of people like Becky
shows
Lynch.
her body.
Ugh. No thank
A
you.
lot of people like Becky Lynch because they think she got pretty legs.
Yeah. But this is the point I want to say.
Hey,
The Evolve
You do?
Women's Champion, Callie Armstrong, and Terrell can contest to this, reminds me of Braun Breaker. One, she does the run like Braun Breaker. And if she really uses that shoulder like Braun Breaker uses the spear, she can go places. I don't like Jada Parker. Like, I know Krishan, if you watched the Jada Parker match, you would readily enjoy that Jada Parker's finisher is just her running back and forth on the ropes and using her ass as a finisher. Like literally just ass. The hip attack or the hypnotic. Like that's
Yeah,
just,
she's a
I hate it.
Sure, maybe I'll like get a kick out of it, but at the end of the day, I'm not looking at it the same as like, fucking Brett versus Sean. You know what I mean? I'll never look at the same way.
Corner store bodega hood rat.
Yeah, it is. I will.
That's fine. No.
that.
I'm just saying that's fine. I can't get that emotionally invested into women's wrestling, and maybe that's my sexism. Maybe that's just me being biased.
No. You don't got to get involved into the wrestling part. You just doing it to look at the body. That's all.
Sure. Yeah. I'm all
That's
into
it.
that. Yeah.
That's it.
I'm all for it.
I'm sorry, Lorenzo. JC Jane is a butterface. Everything butterface.
JC Jane is not that bad. I've seen way worse.
Hey man,
Jane, I don't know.
JC Jane is not that ugly, man.
No, she is not. She is
actually
way worse.
that ugly.
You want to talk about ugly?
You said not
How about the
that
chick
ugly.
from LFG?
Her nose, no. Real talk. JC Jane's nose actually fits her face, though.
Yeah,
it does.
She has like some pictures that she looks all right in. I'm looking at her right now. I've never seen her.
Like,
she does look a little like
broke 3 times.
She does look a little methed out. I'll be honest.
yes.
Damn.
You trying to sell that as the face of NXT Women's Championship? Come on now.
At least Humphreys bitch from LFG.
She looks pretty hot
must
here.
Be the body because it ain't her face.
Oh wait, if you're looking up something, Sean, look up Jasmine Nix. That's the real star of that damn trio. Just boom, and she's hanging out and she's dating a racist boyfriend.
But they pushing her as a sidekick though.
Yeah.
So you're saying
Fallon Henley was the star of the show, but I don't know what happened with that.
Oh, she's pretty fucking hot. Jesus.
I told you. Yeah, I told you. Jasmine Nix is just like
She looks like she's like a woman that you create in your mind when you're 14 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, but ain't it crazy to see how far and it's bad how far she can feel down. She went from contending for the women's belt. Now she fucking damn near a fucking goddamn something that's in the lower card. Ain't that fucked up?
Yeah, but
we'd all sniff her chair and not be ashamed.
I have a girlfriend.
No shame in my game.
Hey,
your girlfriend would be like, I understand, Alex.
Hey, but we can agree on this, right?
Oh yeah, dude. My girlfriend saw Stephanie and she's like, Yep. Like this one word. I was like, yeah, right?
You have to, because you're gonna resent your girlfriend for the rest of your life if she doesn't let you cheat on her with.
If I have a girlfriend, I'm gonna want her to look at something like that and be like, "We need to get that home."
Yeah. That's my girlfriend. I love her.
I wouldn't even have fun the first time. I would just try. I would work so hard on trying to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
Damn.
That I wouldn't even enjoy it.
You'll poke holes in the rubbers.
You get what I'm saying?
I don't got to work. I don't got to work hard at all.
I know. Now let's.
It just comes natural.
Wow.
Just leave it there for 1 second.
I know you do.
Over and over again.
Let's pivot from this and let's get to the main event because we're almost at the 2-hour mark. We got 1 hour left in this.
Hey, brother.
So I want to get some clips. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PWF, which is the podcast on Unappreciated Wrestling Fans. And the title of today is Hulk Hogan.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
condolences to his family. He died at 71 years old because of complications of a neck surgery. I feel bad for that because they had neck surgery, and anything connected to the neck and the shoulders is really complicated. No matter how much money you have, it's a roll of the dice of how old you are as well, how much your body can handle the after effects of surgeries. We'll put that out there. After he died at 71 years old, everyone put out their comments. I have comments that we're going to talk about that later. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the life of Hulk Hogan / Terry Bollea. Now, first question for Joe Bancio, because I love him to death. He knows this. You brought this up a lot in the chat offline that, in your words, paraphrasing, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, there would be no wrestling.
No.
Okay,
there wouldn't be.
Elaborate on that.
There would not be a WWF.
Oh.
There would not be a WWE. There would not be an AEW. There wouldn't have been a WCW.
Mm-hmm.
It would still be territories. It would still be territories.
Yeah.
Territories. WWF would have lost. There wouldn't be a WWF for 100%.
Okay.
Vince McMahon has admitted that in numerous interviews.
Yes.
Without Hulk Hogan, we would have closed the doors.
Okay, now I'm glad you said that. Now I'm going to bring up a clip from Peter Rosenberg talking about the life of Hogan from 86 to 87. We all know that era. So here we go.
In one way that it will truly never be the same again. And this isn't just about our nostalgia. This is a fact. When you see the babyface reaction that Hogan got in 1986, 87, that level of pandemonium cannot exist anymore. People are on their phones. It just isn't that. Like, there will never be that. There will be excitement and there will be passion, but that version of like legitimate pandemonium was also a product of the times, that he happened to be the guy during the time. Think about it. It is the perfect moment in the space-time continuum, word to Doc Brown, when you still have the believability of the regional territory era before it, hitting the big cable TV era excitement, but with the innocence still. So he was also, in addition to the character, in addition to the look, in addition to Vince McMahon and everything they did, he also was the perfect star for that exact moment.
Totally agree. Yeah.
No.
Now,
Bleach, blonde, tan, Jack. He was the quintessential perfect 80s guy.
And
Now,
it couldn't have worked.
He represented America at that time. And, you know, being born in the USA and all that other stuff with Bruce Springsteen coming out, like, he was American.
No.
He was as American as the American flag, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And he ripped red, white, and blue.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up, because I wanted to bring this up. When you said that, it brought me to the past of the 80s and 90s. I was born in 82, so I was just a child around 86, 87, 88, and I remember some things of wrestling. I really got into wrestling in 94 in WCW.
Oh, damn. You missed the best Hulk Hogan era.
Now, here's the part I want to say. When Joe said that if it wasn't for Hogan, I understand, and it's true. If Hogan wasn't there at that moment, slamming the Giant, and here's the part I get kind of like muddled. The only memories I have that were iconic of Hulk Hogan was him against the Ultimate Warrior, him against the Giant, and not the Giant Gonzalez. We're not gonna do that crap. The other one, Andre the Giant, and the Mega Powers with
Macho Man.
Yeah.
Macho Man.
Here's the part I want to say. If the part that got me a little irked in my head was that, yes, Hogan was there, but Hogan was not 90% of the timeline of the 80s for me. Because again, there was $1 Million Man, there was Macho Man, There was there was all these other people, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jesse Ventura. It wasn't just like I pop up, the world shines, I leave, and no one cares about wrestling until next week. It was like I pop up, the world shines, I'm going to the back. Here's Macho Man, here's $1 Million Man, here's Mr. Perfect, here's this guy who
right.
Can we all agree we're all great wrestlers in their own rights?
Sure.
But here's the problem, though. Alex, which is what you're not talking about. Would you have recognized those people if there was no Hogan to make them shine?
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Would you even care about them?
Exactly. It would just be another guy.
No, here's the thing, though. For me personally, I grew up watching the Hulk Hogan tapes, but I idolized Macho Man. I idolized the $1 Million Man for being just like, he's a piece of shit. And they are just pushing that to the moon. I still remember the clip to that my dying day where he told that kid, bounce the ball for 10 things, I'll give you $100, and he just swiped it away. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, that's just like,
I remember that. You want to talk about racing kids.
The whole point was you wanted to watch Hulk Hogan beat his ass for doing that. Because he beat the guy to do that. Like,
hey, I grew up Hulk Hogan person. I had the T-shirt and everything. One day he was on Jay Leno. I ripped that bitch, and that was it. I tried to put it back together. It didn't work.
Can I ask this question?
That's like when a person. Oh shit, my bad.
Terrell, Chris, go.
All I was gonna ask is who here, because I'm one of these people, who here started watching wrestling because of Hulk Hogan?
Well, not me. He's not the reason why I started watching.
3, 4.
I'm younger.
He's not the reason why I started watching wrestling. I was in my granddad's crib one day. I was like 5, 6. Yeah, I was 4 or 5, and he was watching Bash at the Beach. Actually, I didn't even know what wrestling was, but I can tell you what I remember. I remember motherfucking WCW versus the Outsiders. I remember that shit.
That was a big moment. That was a big moment.
And I remember my granddad saying, "Yes, Hulk Hogan, you finna whoop these motherfuckers' ass." And then when he betrayed their ass, all I heard was, "You motherfucker, you piece of shit, you betrayed your friends."
Yep.
Nah, he was a racist. You betrayed your friends. Fuck you, motherfucker. I turn this damn TV off right now.
See,
when I
didn't even see the rant. I didn't even see the rant when he turned heel and gave that infamous speech. Oh my bad. When he gave that infamous speech, I didn't even see that shit as a kid. I didn't even see that shit. I saw what came after. Because I'm like, yo, what is this? WCW.
Okay.
But I just made it regular to go to this crib.
Yeah.
And my granddad being mad at Hulk Hogan made me intrigued. Like, why is he mad at him?
You can't never get mad at Hulk Hogan.
So that made me watch it. Like, I want to see more. Like, what is it that he did that was so bad? Oh, he was the American hero. Yeah. He betrayed everybody. Oh yeah, I can't say that's the reason why I started watching.
Yeah. Well, I was in the perfect like age bracket where I was like totally in. When Hulk Hogan joined the NWO, I was heartbroken. You know what I mean? What happened was I moved to Florida that summer and I missed the whole Bash at the Beach. I missed the whole thing, right? Because we were just in the middle. We didn't have cable, literally. And my mother bought me this Hulk Hogan poster to hang up in my new room, and he was dressed in the all black and he had the beard and the whole thing. And I didn't even get it. I was like, oh, Hulk Hogan just changed up his look. Cool. And then I tuned in when we finally got cable. And Hulk Hogan was going off about the fans and they were pieces of shit and this and that. And he just finally realized that he was this and that. And I was like, I watched it and I was heartbroken. And I ripped up the poster and my mom got mad at me.
See, it could have been worth some money now.
Bro, I fell for the whole thing. I was all in on it. And that's what moved me over to WWE. I was so heartbroken about it. I moved over to WWE and I found Stone Cold. And he was my new hero.
Okay.
Hey, I got into wrestling.
That's my whole
wrestling. My grandma, she you know, back in the day, if y'all judge me, fuck y'all. I'm not that old still. But my grandma had the betas. WrestleMania 1.
Beta.
in cassette. Bro, after I seen Hulk Hogan and Mr. T, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T come out together, I've been hooked since wrestler since then.
Now, I want to bring this back to this about Hulk Hogan 86, 87 up until 92. Let's say like that. He only had 14 losses in his whole career. All brands. 14 losses only.
Greatest of all time.
And I will say that Hulk Hogan as a character, he is iconic and he is a legend and he should be honored by Hulk Hogan. This is a half and half of life, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about a little thing later. Now, question for Joe, since he remembers the 80s. Would it have been beneficial for Hulk Hogan not to be so egotistical in the 80s and in the sense just kind of like be on his back for a couple other people? You know what I mean? Like just a couple other stars that could have I'll say like this. If Hulk Hogan would have lost to like maybe 4 more people, who are those people that could have been like that would have got the push in your opinion in the 80s that should have got it?
I mean, the people that he lost to were because he was leaving the company or he was taking time off or they wanted to push somebody different. Ultimate Warrior was one of those guys they wanted to push because they felt the crowd was really behind them, and they were. But they were also with Hogan too. It was a very split crowd. I've seen all the WrestleManias live, like not in person, but I've watched them like on TV live as they happen, like at that moment. Yeah. So they weren't taped or anything like that. No. I've seen probably. I was born in 81, and I've seen all.
Damn you wrong.
So you motherfucker.
I was born in 82. I was born in 82.
Hey, I'm a young buck.
My dad, from the time before I could even walk, my dad had me sitting on his knee watching wrestling.
He's seen Jesus.
His name was Hulk Hogan.
That's right, Chris.
Hulk Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, we got to press that button. No, not yet. Keep going.
Hey, but you know who should have been champion?
What?
I feel like there should have been a few. I don't know. I don't really know about pushed because they all got a push.
What? To be honest, Junkyard Dog didn't go on, really.
Andre got pushed.
What about Junkyard Dog?
Hogan got pushed. Macho Man.
Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog. He was over. He was over. He should have been champion once.
He was like
Hacksaw over.
Yeah.
But he was in cartoons and movies. He was in cartoons and movies just like Hulk Hogan.
Hacksaw was one of the most over wrestlers ever. Yeah. But he was never gonna be the top guy.
Yeah. No, but
it would have helped.
That's what I'm saying. But Junkyard Dog is way better than Hacksaw.
But if you look at all the people that Hogan has faced,
a lot of people
look back at all the people Hogan's faced. They all had just all of them. Yeah. Andre, Big John Studd, King Kong Bundy.
Yep.
You look at all these guys: $1 Million Man, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Sid Justice, which was Sid Vicious, Ric Flair, Sergeant Slaughter. Mm-hmm. They all had major runs and pitches.
Iron Sheik.
They were all there to put over Hogan, though.
But they all had major pushes as well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Hogan was the future at that point.
Yeah. Yes.
They were all there.
He was.
Yes.
Well, what they had to do was, when Sheik won the belt from Bob Backlund, they needed to get the fucking belt off of this Opie Anthony looking motherfucker from Mayberry called Bob Backlund and get it on somebody who was going to be a fucking heel that people were going to hate. So Iran being a foreign country and us being America, they figured we're going to give it to the Iron Sheik because he's going to catch the most heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
But once they did that, then they backed themselves in the corner and were like, okay, now we have to create a fucking baby face to take the title back for America.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when Vince found Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was working for the territories at that time, and he went and did Rocky 3. He did Rocky 3 before he was larger than life Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Thunder God. What is Thunderclaps? Thunder God, something like that.
Here's a question for you, Joe.
And then it makes you understand why Vince's eyes fucking lit up when he saw Hulk Hogan for the first time and built his entire career around him. It's like
6'8", jacked, fucking looks like he just walked off a fucking beach.
Anybody acting like away with that.
Anybody acting like there was another guy that Hulk Hogan took away that spot from is just fucking delusional.
Yeah.
Now I want to say
a person that a lot of people say that Hulk Hogan took the spotlight from was Billy Graham.
He took
Billy Graham was never gonna. Billy Graham was never. Superstar Billy Graham was never going to be in that position.
Did he take it from Billy Graham? Did he take it from Billy Graham, or was the idea given inspired by Billy Graham?
Yeah, but you got to understand. This is what Hulk Hogan did for wrestling. He brought it into the mainstream where wrestling was like on MTV. It was on NBC. It was like the number one fucking thing. Hulk Hogan ushered that in. Superstar Billy Graham was great, and Hulk Hogan stole a lot of stuff, borrowed a lot of stuff, however you want to say it, inspired. But Superstar Billy Graham wasn't that guy. Hulk Hogan just happened to be. It's like what the guy you played before said. He just happened to be the guy in the right place at the perfect guy at the perfect time. That's
it's all about timing. Yeah, it's all about timing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then it goes into the whole thing. I'm sorry. Last thing, Alex. It goes into the whole thing of Hulk Hogan was never an amazing worker. You know what I mean? He could if he wanted to, but.
If you watch his stuff in Japan, it's a completely different worker.
Yeah, but he didn't have to do that. Is the point? He didn't have to.
No, he didn't have to. But when he was in Japan, he had to, and he proved why he was a great worker.
Yeah. But
when do you see Hulk Hogan doing a dragon screw leg whip?
Yeah.
Right. But in America, he was never seen as that. He was the character. He was the comic book character come to life kind of thing.
New Japan Pro Wrestling even paid honor to Hulk Hogan on his death.
Because it was 80s, it was 70s, 80s. It was 70s, 80s Hogan.
He was the first ever New Japan. He was the first ever New Japan World Champion. Yeah. He brought relevancy over to New Japan.
This is what I want to say, though. This is what I want to say. Okay, sorry about that. Now, we all talk about wrestling now as a whole, that sometimes you just can't have one person be the ace because sometimes injuries happen and sometimes just like the crowd stale on them. So we all agree, I think, that sometimes you need about 2-3 other people to have the slack in case of, because sometimes remember when Roman had that thing with the cancer, he left so that WWE had to scramble to make new stars. And we got Bray Wyatt, we got Dean Ambrose, we got Seth Rollins, we got all these people out there. The reason I bring that up is the fact that we learned from that formula of what not to do, what we learned from the 80s, which was like put everything on one person and ride it for 6 to 10 years. Yeah, because that was the rate of Hogan, 6 to 10 years of his reign.
Oh, you mean they didn't do that with John Cena?
And what happened with John Cena? They went full circle. Ironically, that they hated him so much that at the end they're like, "We love you again because we just hated you too damn long."
They did that with Hogan. They did that with Hogan.
Hey, y'all gonna tell me the hip hop industry didn't do that with Drake?
Yeah, that happens with everybody. That happened with Hogan. But you're kind of missing the context of I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Jesus.
I'm almost done.
Go ahead, finish your thought, and then I'll.
Thank you. The reason I bring this up is that if in the 80s, Iron Sheik would have took the belt off Hogan, or in the 80s, he did, but then Hogan got it back, and Iron Sheik never got it off him again. That's a fact. Everyone might beat Hogan once, but he's fucking doomsday. He just adapts and never loses to you ever again.
Never again.
Steve, can I? All right. This is what I was gonna say. You're missing the context of, like, for instance, the Attitude Era, right? Where Vince got super lucky that he had all the stars that he had, including The Rock, who was able to easily take the number one spot after Austin had to take his break, right? If you're lucky as a promoter, you have two. If you're lucky as a promoter, you have one great star. So that's the thing is like, yeah, Alex, in a perfect world, I'd agree with you that, yeah, WWE should make multiple stars, but that's just not how it works. I don't know why you could call it like spiritual. You could call it whatever, cosmic or destiny. It's always just that one guy that people see as the number one guy. Even when CM Punk was dropping his pipe bombs and becoming that guy, John Cena was always the number one guy. It just is what it is. You can't deny it. You can't ignore it.
What about the Attitude Era? They had you had Stone Cold, The Rock, Kane, The Undertaker. Who else? You had at least 10 people, but they was tossing them built around each other.
But that wasn't the same.
You're not building a company around Kane and Undertaker.
No, it's
like I loved Mick Foley. Yeah. And they had their time with Mick Foley and it worked, but that wasn't gonna last. It lasted for the time it lasted.
Yeah. Okay.
Hogan's reign lasted. Hogan's reign lasted more than anyone else.
Oh, man, for real.
Austin used to sign his. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. No, the difference I want to say here is that with Hogan, once he knew that the crowd was getting stale on him, and this was back in the time there was no internet, there was no trolls going out there just bombing motherfuckers, and in the comments, he knew that he had to shift to do something different. When John Cena, I guess even he said it, he wanted to shift to something different. He wanted to be a heel for so long, and then Vince McMahon's like, nah, I want you clean and a baby face. I'm like, and now he's a heel. And there's little sparks of genius, but mostly shit. Mostly shit about the whole
garbage heel run
he's doing now.
Yeah. And the biggest heel turn to me still is Hulk Hogan.
Exactly. You bring back Ron Killings for nothing. You did 1-2 sets and he's off by his side. You teased up a fucking 4-man group for nothing.
We brought back Ron Killings to spark off a Damian Priest versus fucking Aleister Black feud.
Hey,
oh, wow. That's amazing.
Hey, tell me this ain't true.
And they were still calling him
something, and they said Goldberg not retiring. He said he still got another 10, 15 more years to wrestle.
Yeah, he said that. Yep.
Okay, so this is what happened. Goldberg wasn't satisfied with the match that he had against Goldberg. Yeah. And I seen that coming anyway. He's
ungrateful.
He's very ungrateful. Goldberg is always been ungrateful.
But do you disagree with him in the fact that he wanted a better send off than what they gave him?
Sure, I don't
like Bill Goldberg. Let's get that straight right now. I don't like Bill Goldberg at all. Not a fan of Bill Goldberg at all. But the man has a point. He kind of got slighted and got fucked over in the end.
No, not at all. Not at all.
What do you mean? What do you mean he got fucked over?
Alex, go ahead.
To me,
they gave him a fucking his finishing match on a Saturday night's main event.
Hold on, Joe. Let me ask you this.
Giving him a send off on a SmackDown.
Joe, let me ask you this.
Chris, go.
Let me ask you.
But so why would he agree to it then?
Hold up a second. Terrell, give me a second. Krishan, go.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. You're WWE, Joe, right? A wrestler comes to you and goes, hey, listen, I know I haven't been relevant in 20 years, but I want to have my send off and I want it to be this amazing thing. And they go, listen, we'll give you a send off, but it is what it is. Like the fact that they gave him a send off and the fact that Goldberg wasn't really that fucking impactful in the long run. And maybe maybe people disagree with me on this, but I don't think Goldberg was really that impactful. And the fact that WWE even just gave it to him is honor enough. I don't know what else he wanted from that. Did he want a Ric Flair send off? He doesn't deserve that. Did he want an HBK send off or an Undertaker send off? He doesn't deserve that. He got what he. Most wrestlers don't even get that.
There's more to talk about those two guys.
Okay, now
you should be grateful.
Go on, Joe.
Here's the problem with that, and that is that is that Goldberg, and I understand, like you're saying, he doesn't deserve it, but he kind of does in a way. I mean, the guy did have a big movement through the 90s into the early 2000s. So till about 2004, I would say, after him and Lesnar had their match at WrestleMania 20, that was kind of it. And their match at WrestleMania 20 was at best because both guys were leaving and Stone Cold was the referee and he was leaving. So like everybody in that match was leaving. So the match was really shitty.
Yeah,
that was that Madison Square Garden, New York City.
It's one of the worst matches ever.
Yeah,
it is probably the worst match of all time.
It is number one.
For the hype that it had, yeah.
That thing had so much fucking hype. Almost as much hype if it was Goldberg versus Stone Cold.
Hey guys, I gotta step away for 2 seconds. Don't get to the racist stuff until I get back, please.
All right.
Okay, not a problem. We'll save that.
Hey, but look, Terrell, we gonna do a special news segment. Terrell got that voice where you say breaking news, motherfucker. That's gonna be Terrell. We gonna start a special news segment. But go ahead, y'all.
Talking about Goldberg, like I get where he's coming from. I understand it, and he's doing what Ric Flair did. Ric Flair had a good send off. Not saying Goldberg did, but Ric Flair had a good send off for WrestleMania with the Shawn Michaels moment, with the super kick and "I love you" and all that, and then he super kicked him and pinned him, and then hugged him and held him after knocking him out. Like, he had a huge send off, and then that Monday Night Raw after it, when everybody came out to honor Ric Flair. And then what does Ric Flair do? Goes to TNA and starts wrestling again.
Now, let's
not forget he had a send off in the Indies special.
Yeah, with Andrade, which was his son-in-law at the time.
Now,
so like, how many send offs did Ric Flair need? I thought Goldberg was better than Ric Flair's, to be honest.
Here's the thing, though. I want to say, Bret Hart said a tweet saying that he shouldn't even got a send off 30 seconds. They should have just like cut him off the second he got into to the stage. So shout out to Bret Hart. He's being nasty as fuck as ever.
We know why. We know why.
But they cut off his promo he was doing because they were on live TV, which is the reason why they should not have done it on live TV. They should have done it on fucking PLE, where they know that they could have gotten away with having more time. Fuck, they could have done it on a Monday Night Raw and still got more time because it was Netflix.
Don't you think that Goldberg would have gotten further if he would have just went to WWE on the low and said, "Hey, do you think you can give me another speech and we'll just on a Raw or something just to say goodbye to the fan?" Instead of going on a podcast and being an asshole about it.
Yeah.
The better way that they could have done it was they could have done it to where he beat Gunther in some way. Like, they had it. Listen to me. They had him beat Gunther, and then they would have Gunther challenge him for the championship and tell Goldberg, "Look, when I beat you, when I take my title back, I'm going to put your career in the grave. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your whole career. Like, why don't you just put it on the line?" I was like, put it all on the line. And have Gunther just go on a tear. And then when it comes to SummerSlam, you could have had Gunther destroy Goldberg. Like, destroy him. Obliterate him. And then Goldberg could have given a fucking speech at SummerSlam at the end. And then
no, but they said I was listening to Buster Radio. I listen to them every morning. They said Goldberg, how you said after he did the on the mic thing, they said that was bigger than what he would have did if he was doing it live.
Most wrestlers have to end their career on a shitty indie show. That's where I'm saying he needs to be grateful. He got to end it on the biggest stage of them all.
Ric Flair ended it.
Yeah, but this is what my point is, where he didn't even really make that big of an impact. His impact was in WCW, a company that shut down 25 years ago.
And Flair's big impact, Flair's original huge impact was in WCW as well. NWA, AWA, and WCW.
And WWE
His huge
too.
impact.
But Flair is an icon in wrestling. That's not fair.
But Flair has
but at the same time, he fucking slapped WWE in the face because they gave him a good send off. And then he went back and started wrestling again.
Yeah. But let's
I wouldn't say he slapped him in the face. It was more of like a desperation.
Now, let's pivot because again, I love this fucking show for this reason. Now, let's fast forward to 2005.
Racism.
Rest in peace to Bobby Heenan because he says this about Hulk Hogan.
Everybody's made a lot of money with that man, and a lot of guys don't like him. A lot of guys like him. I can't say anything bad about him. He's been fine to me. You have to judge people by the way they treat you. And he's never hurt me. He's never done anything that I know behind my back. So he's okay. He's been great for this business. I mean, face it, I don't see anybody that's ever been stronger around the world than that man. Of course, television had a lot to do with it, and a lot of people put him over. But it was done right, and thank God we were there for the ride. That's how I look at it.
The brain.
2005, by the way.
Bobby Hogan.
Yeah.
Bobby.
By the way, shout out to rest in peace to Roddy Hogan and the person that made the song American Hero. They all died on the same week of Hulk Hogan's death. Like, this is just Malcolm and Ozzy. Like
Rick Derringer, and he died actually on May 25th.
Okay, well, shout out to Rick Derringer. Rest in peace to you. Now, I want to bring
that's
this up.
That's the one who made Real American by who sung Hulk Hogan's theme song.
That was this year he died?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
And Roddy Hogan, too, the super
Roddy
fan.
Hogan was the #1 Hulk Hogan super fan, and he died a couple days before Hogan did.
Yeah. And Horace Hogan's career died in 99.
Horace Hogan's career died in WCW.
So did y'all hear the story about? Teddy Long was telling a story about Ric Flair.
Now we'll talk about Ric Flair another time, but
but I'm saying like races and everything. But
I know, yeah, but that's it. Like I was talking to my woman about that. Like, what happens when Ric Flair will pass? Like, he has a lot of fucking.
Oh man.
Well, can I?
Yeah, go on.
I don't know if we're gonna get to if this is where you were going with this, but like I don't think that Hulk Hogan, like when people go off about like Hulk Hogan being evil and they're celebrating his death, like what's the bad things that Hulk Hogan did? And we could get to the racist thing. I'm sure we're gonna get to that, right? Yeah. But let's just take that off the table for now. Because a lot of people try to pretend that it's not about the racism and not about him supporting Trump. It's about all the evil things he did before that. What are the evil things? Because anytime I hear people talk, it's like really just like wrestlers politicking. It's him maybe lying about a few things that aren't that detrimental. It's Hulk Hogan selling as a wrestler and as a promoter more than him being a piece of shit. To where we need to celebrate his death like he's Hitler is what I'm saying.
Now I'm not gonna do that, like celebrate his death like it's Hitler. I will talk about, and I'm not even, and we talked about this with Joe. I'm not even being political about what he picked. I'm not going on that. I'm going on the history of that. What I've known about Hulk Hogan. I'll start first. The lies that he's done constantly that has been documented. I can bring up a whole page on that. That's one thing.
What are the lies?
But me as a Puerto Rican living in Puerto Rico. I found out he did a couple more lies saying that, when I came to Puerto Rico, they tried to stab me too, like Bruiser Brody. And I went online and I had to like fact check. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, you only came twice to Puerto Rico. And in those 2 times, the time frame that you said was different than what actually happened. So that means you're lying about that shit too.
I told you.
Like that fucking monsters.
Alex, I told you. I feel like he was suffering from early onset Alzheimer's or dementia because he has said things that were lies, and some of the lies sometimes they're not all. It's not all lies. Sometimes it's like the timeline is like different, but it happened, but it didn't happen.
Sometimes, like the lies aren't that like they're more just like him selling. The way I see it is like Hulk Hogan treated the world like they were his grandchildren, and he was just telling tall tales to make himself look cool.
Yeah,
yeah, like my grandfather used to tell me so many lies.
Yeah,
that made him look cool, and I was like, okay, I get it. He's just entertaining his grandkids.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
oh, I used to play for Metallica, and people are going, oh yeah, let's celebrate his death for that. It's like the lies that I hear aren't that like horrible, where it's like this guy was completely evil. Yeah. So like that's why I think Alex, if you can go through the list of lies, I think that would be interesting because we can know what we're talking about here.
So when your grandparents or parents ask you, when they tell you this gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you, that was a lie.
I'll look that up right now. Give me a second.
Yeah.
We'll know
but the most important thing I wanted
my
to say.
My grandfather told me that he almost shot Joe Pesci because he lived in New York, and I thought it was the coolest story ever. I don't believe it now as an adult.
See,
You know,
everybody lies.
like I said, like Hogan, he said that he faced Brock Lesnar after he's running UFC. Technically, he did not, but he did face Brock Lesnar at one point. But it wasn't after his UFC, but he did face Brock Lesnar. So technically, it's not completely a lie.
Yeah, I mean, like people defend Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne lies all the time.
Yeah,
and I believe he suffered from dementia too. I believe he got early stages of dementia.
Well,
because I work in mental health, I've seen it before.
That's because Lil Wayne stepped on too many scissors. That's Lil Wayne's problem.
People are treating Hulk Hogan as if he was a corrupted politician. You know what I mean? It's like, no, he was a wrestler who lived in a fake world that you sold everything, and that's what you did. You made like I body slammed Andre the Giant. He was 800 pounds at the time. All right, we know you're lying.
You know you're lying. Andre the Giant was
but
anyway. But okay, go on, Joe. I have to list.
Here's the thing, Krishan, and you know this as well as I do. Just like I said earlier, it's politicized.
Yes.
The motherfuckers who are coming out and fucking spitting, spewing all this fucking hatred towards Hogan are usually 99% leftist, liberal Democrats. Look at it. Look at the fucking fact. Because they're the same ones that are saying, "Hey, you got the wrong you got the wrong MAGA. That's not the one we wanted to die."
Yep.
Like,
absolutely.
Like that.
Then those same people will defend Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris has single-handedly destroyed single black mothers because they had sickly kids out of school, and it's on paper, it's in document, it's in court documents that this lady has had single mothers in the ghettos arrested because their kids were gangbangers when in reality their kids was in a freaking hospital dying for their life.
Where Kamala Harris,
leukemia.
Kamala Harris,
not to finish that. All her career as a politician, what did she say she was? An Indian woman. Now all of a sudden she was running for president. Oh, she black now.
She's black.
Oh,
collard greens in the tub.
And you heard what Judge Joe Brown's called her, right? You remember what Judge Joe Brown called her?
A trick?
No. He called her Kamala.
Oh yeah, no, he called her Kamala.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said that. Yeah.
And here's the thing, though. Here's another problem too. Look at you talking about Kamala Harris. That's one person. What about Barack Obama? That's being fucking tried for treason against the United States of America.
Yeah.
Looking at life in prison. Life in prison.
And here's the thing, Joe. You're not even like being hyperbolic or like that's like serious charges.
Yeah.
Yes.
He got caught spying and lying about the Trump campaign, spying on.
Yep. And let's not forget, he was on the boat with George Clooney going to Epstein Island.
Yep.
Now, can we go back?
But don't nobody want to talk about that though. Don't nobody want to talk about that with Obama.
Can we get into racism?
We're talking about Hogan here. Let's get back to Hogan. Mr. Krishan asked about the list of lies. So here we fucking go. Shout out to the Sportster. We have about 5 here.
And I will justify every single lie. Go ahead.
Of course. This is kind of inconclusive. Hulk Hogan rejected dinner from invitations from Madonna and Cher. Neither Madonna nor Cher has confirmed or denied these claims, so that's up in the air about that.
Nor denied.
Nor denied. I will say that that's true.
And let's just say this: they're in the 80s. Madonna, Cher, and Hulk Hogan were widely as popular as each other in the 80s.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So seeing them go to dinner, I don't see where that would be unplausible.
And to see Hulk Hogan rejecting them for dinner, standing them up, I could see that.
He loved his wife at the time. He was married to her for 26 years.
Yeah, and Elizabeth. He was in 2 strong relationships.
Damn.
Yeah, he was double dipping.
All right, we're also, by the way, we're trying to find the lie that justifies celebrating his death.
No, again.
So far,
I'm just saying things as it is right here. Vince McMahon asked him to return to WWE after his TNA run. He says that supposedly after 2013, he got a call from Vince and Triple H, wanted him back, and this also tracks back because Hogan did return in 2014. Here's the confusing part, though. Hogan then started talking about his late 2000 runs with the WWE when he said McMahon wanted him to wrestle The Rock as for WrestleMania as a heel. Not so much of a lie here, but it's still a bit weird that Hogan would mix these 2 runs up when they happen a decade apart from each other.
Wait, so we crucifying a man for lying?
For overhyping.
We celebrating the man's death for lying.
Hold on a minute. Has anybody in this panel not lied?
Oh, man, come on, man. Everybody done lied before.
Hold on.
The potato salad was forgery.
Hey, you remember Mary Magdalene writing the Bible?
Yeah.
You remember Mary Magdalene? Yeah. I know, Terrell. I know you know the Bible.
Yeah.
All right.
Why you ask me?
He without sin cast the first stone.
And Black Twitter threw that shit out like a motherfucker.
Who also eventually became Jesus' wife.
Exactly. Well, no, was Joseph.
They judged that man for marrying
Jesus' mother.
Yes.
Wait, hold up. Mary
We're
Magdalene.
We're talking about.
I think you got them mixed up. Mary is Jesus' mom.
I've been out of school for a long time, man. It's been a long while.
Yeah.
Mary Magdalene.
So Mary was Jesus' wife, and then Mary Magdalene was eventually Jesus' wife. But
no, he wasn't his wife. Wasn't his wife.
Now,
but she was one of the disciples though. But don't nobody talk about her though as much.
Well, I think it's because of like they didn't consider like women as disciples.
Yeah.
It was like a sign of the times.
Yeah.
Again, the point of the matter is that all these motherfuckers that are saying shit can't be saying shit because they've all sinned. They've all had bad things. They've all said bad things. They've all done bad things.
We're all born sinners, man.
Everybody has done something wrong.
If somebody considers themselves a Christian, just being for real, you say Jesus is your Lord and Savior. You believe Father God, Yahweh is your God. It's too many people that have already sinned. We was born in sin. We're not good or bad. We're not good or bad. We're just human.
2 months prior to Hogan dying. 2 months prior to Hogan dying, he was baptized again because he said he wanted to be close. He wanted to be closer to God.
I have a clip
of
that.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing to add to the Christian perspective of it, because I am a Christian. The whole thing is really like summed up with that. In the it says, you find God, you will find forgiveness. Mm-hmm. The people that can't forgive Hulk Hogan for saying the N-word on tape one time in private are the people that really don't have God in their life. And you said it, Joe. It's really leftist liberals that are the ones that are celebrating his death. It's because they can't forgive him.
No, man, it's not even that. It's a lot of black people, even in my community, that hates Hulk Hogan. These people ain't probably ever.
They don't have God in there. They don't really have God in there.
They probably ain't never been a fan of wrestling or none of that.
No.
So you hate Hulk Hogan for saying the N-word, for not liking black people. This is their words. But then these be the same people that would defend somebody for saying nigga when somebody be like, oh yeah, you can't say that. Oh no, it's a term of endearment. Like, I love you, my nigga, or you my nigga for life. Okay, So is it the same endearment when you say, I hate that nigga, I'ma kill that nigga. When I see that nigga, he dead. That's endearment.
Well, let me take it a step further. I don't think what Hulk Hogan was saying was even racist.
No, because I mean, because
he
if I
didn't want his daughter
explain
my
how
daughter to be with a white man, if I want my daughter to be with a white man, real talk.
Yeah, but you want your daughter
to when they got a head on their shoulder. I want her to be with someone with a head on their shoulder. I want my daughter to be with a white man that has some money.
If Hulk Hogan if Hulk Hogan had said, I don't want my daughter to date a black man, period, I'd go, okay, maybe that's racist. Whatever. But if you go, if my daughter's gonna date a black man, I don't have a problem with that, but I'd rather him be an 8 foot tall nigga that makes $1 million or a basketball player than some bum ass nigga. You get what I'm saying? That's what he's saying.
And we've all had these conversations. Yeah, and we all
agree with
in our living room. We all have had these conversations in our living room. I literally got a friend that was with a white girl, and the first thing his parents asked, he got some money. She got some money.
Okay.
What do they do for a living?
And the question
that's racist? No, that's a serious question.
Should a man have a say in who her daughter dates, or at least an opinion? I think so. I'm not gonna judge a man for that.
Should a mom have the right to choose who her son dates? Because the son is just a penis going forward to anything that fucking lets him.
No, but I don't believe in equality.
Aye. Now, speaking of equality, because we're the podcast of Underappreciated Wrestling fans, we have to give both sides of the coin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a compilation of all the hate that has been spewing against Hulk Hogan. I'll put that out there right now. Let's fucking go.
You think we care about this? You think we give a we don't care?
Oh, Hulk Hogan died. Maybe we can get Kid Rock next.
Hulk Hogan's fucking dead. Hulk Hogan's fucking dead. Shut the fuck up.
We're not actually mourning this motherfucker's death, are we? Bye! Goodbye!
The half-wit, better known as Hulk Hogan, has passed on, and I, for one, am happy about it.
If you haven't heard, Hulk Hogan had a heart attack last night. All that hatred balled up in his chest. All that shit finally did its job. Took a long time. Took way too long, in my opinion. And for anybody who's like, the left is celebrating the passing, how dare... Fuck him, you and your mother, okay? I just want you to know that from the bottom of my spirit.
You notice how you can tell that they're all leftists.
Hold on, Chris.
All lefties.
That last guy was really the one that said it, where he goes, "Oh, all that hate was balled up in his chest." Again, like, what? Even in the statement that they say is racist, what was expressing hatred? I don't find any kind of hatred other than for maybe the dude that his daughter was dating, because he was a fucking bum. He was like some dude that was like trying to get his career started.
He was an aspiring rapper that had no job and no prospects.
Right, and was trying to fucking milk off of the Hogan empire, and he was peeping it. And I have no problem with that, and I don't see any hatred in that for like the entire race. I don't.
And Alex,
yes,
it's ridiculous.
I mean, hey, look at it this way, Don. Look at it this way, Don. I'm a stack on top of that.
What?
Sky Jackson, famous actor, is literally a single mother because she decided to be with a dude that wanted to be a thug.
Exactly.
I bet you her family probably wanted better for her. Her family probably wanted better for her.
Can guarantee that. But here's the thing.
Famous actor that decided to be with a street nigga.
You made that video. You made that video there, Alex. And if you notice a trend in that video, majority of those people that have made those glad Hogan's dead things, first off, you could tell that they're all from the left. Yes. That's first.
Okay.
You could tell just by how they look, how they talk, their mannerisms, left. Then on top of that, majority of them are white people.
Okay. I'm not.
What the fuck did they have anything to do with saying what the being upset about a racial term?
They're offended for people. They're not offended themselves. It's secondhand offense.
Yeah. And I want to say this right now. It's more on the fact that Hogan did say that on the sex tape, and then when the Sun stuff came out too, and he said more racist stuff about that as well, it didn't really work for him. I will say this: I've been baptized twice as a Christian myself. I'm agnostic personally, but I have been baptized Christian twice, and I understand that once you've been baptized, then you truly have to take the path of righteousness to really be forgiven by Jesus and God and everything else. And I respect that wholeheartedly, completely. I have no disrespect to religions because I went around and studied them all as much as I could to understand the true purpose of life and how you live and why you're here. I'm a weird person, but to understand Hogan, that for me personally, I don't like Hogan because he's a notorious liar over the years. And we didn't even talk about the union. I wish in life there was a union in wrestling that could have helped a couple wrestlers, honestly, over the last couple decades.
I think the more immoral thing that Hulk Hogan did, because we're having a moral discussion.
Yeah, of course.
The most immoral thing, that Hulk Hogan did on that sex tape was fucking another man's wife, cuckolding another man. Using the N-word was probably maybe the second most immoral thing he did on that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like people really have their priorities messed up where they just don't understand morals. They don't, and it's really people who don't have morals because they don't have God in their life. You can't claim to have morals without understanding that our morals come from divine command. It comes from God. We don't just create our own morals, because otherwise we'd all have it'd be subjective.
Yeah.
Everybody's morals would be the same thing.
And he has the final say so. Like to judge anybody, period, is a bad thing anyway. I mean, it's distasteful.
Did y'all hear
there is righteous judgment, but I get what you're saying. Like if it's not righteous, like you're judging like again, celebrating somebody's death for saying something that you didn't like. That's ridiculous.
And we also got to keep in mind that we do not know this man personally. We do not know this man personally.
Right.
We do not know this man personally.
Yeah.
We
do not know Terry Blair.
No,
we do not know Terry Blair personally.
We don't know Terry Blair. It's people out there that's real deal dealing with some shit, and see, social media is a mask for people. But then again, you celebrated his death for quote unquote being racist, but then you sit up here and hug your uncle that molested you when you were 7.
Yeah.
What about
bro?
Oh, go ahead, Kane.
Now, hey, check me out. Now, I done heard 2 issues with Hulk Hogan. Now, the interview when they first said he was racist because he said the N-word, bruh, it wasn't as bad as people thought it was, because I actually heard the fucking interview. I heard it. I listened to it. It wasn't as bad. He was quoting something that someone else said to him. He was quoting it, and it wasn't as bad as folks thought it was. But then the second one, it got no holds barred. But I know for a fact, bro, he not as bad as people think he is, bro.
Yeah,
he really not as bad as people think he is. That guy right there, he quoted what they were saying, and if you would have heard the interview, I might still have the interview. It wasn't as bad as people thought it was, bro.
Yeah,
like for real.
Let me ask this. Oh, go ahead, Kane. I'm sorry.
Okay. okay, so it wasn't as bad as people thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Because he was quoting something that somebody else said, and the person that he was talking to was recording the whole conversation between them, and that's what blew it up to what the fuck it was. And
it's private.
Yeah, the person. Yeah, and then like I said, I actually heard the shit. It wasn't what it was. Now the other shit when he said something about when he said some shit about what his daughter and all that other shit. Now that's a different fucking ball game right there.
But did y'all hear the comments?
Ball game.
Well, do you think that was racist? What he was saying?
Me, I mean, I'm used to. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm in Mississippi, bro.
Oh, I'm in Mississippi too.
I'm in Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Columbus.
I'm in Mississippi. So let me tell you something about Mississippi, bro. I done heard two white people call each other the N-word back to back. And I'm looking confused as fuck.
Okay.
I mean, they going in back to back calling each other the N-word.
I saw in Florida.
Zilla and Jacob call each other nigga all the time. They did it in the interview. And they Samoan.
Look, here's the thing though. Intelligence, if you're smart enough, you're an intelligent person, you use a dictionary. You look up the terminology in the dictionary. The dictionary will say that the terminology of the word nigger is an ignorant person.
Yeah.
Until though in 2018.
Hey, Joe, you right, Joe. The NIGGA, that's supposed to mean something different.
Joe, let me add.
You gotta have the A in there.
Let me add like a little. I'm sorry. Let me add a little caveat to that because in 2018 they changed the definition of racism. So they're changing definitions where like it added the power structure thing to it. So like that's where it gets into the question of this because I've been debating this for since I've got into podcasting pretty much.
Yeah.
This whole thing. And my thing it's boiled down to this. Because we all agree here that the context of what he was saying wasn't really racist, right? It's just the fact that he added the N-word to it that it rubbed people the wrong way, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't want his daughter dating somebody that was a bum.
Right. But if we all agree here, since we're all in agreement on that, I think, except for maybe Alex, but
go on.
Then we have to come down to the fact that then we have to question: is just saying the N-word, just saying it, removed of all context, is that racist unto itself? I don't think so.
Hey, personally, I'm just gonna be real. Personally, I think people are too fucking sensitive nowadays, bro. Yeah. Because shit don't really bother me, and I'm in one of the I'm in the part of fucking United States where that shit lingers. Lingers.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something real quick. I lived in Louisiana for a while. When I lost my job doing security, D-Walk was down there too. When I lost my job doing security down there in Louisiana, I could not get a fucking another job. I couldn't even flip fucking burgers. They wouldn't hire me. You know why? This right here. No, the color of my damn skin. Because I was white.
Oh,
okay. I was white.
I tend to find that black people.
It was bad, bro.
Because I was born in New York and I grew up in the South in Florida, and I tend to find that black people in the South aren't as sensitive to that word as they are in the North and the West Coast. Yeah, it's like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just part of the culture or what, but I find that like I've seen a lot of white people growing up in the hood saying the N-word and it not being a problem. Like people will some black people will look at it and go, wait a minute. And then they'll go, no. Another black person will go, no, he grew up around here. It's all good.
Yeah,
like,
you're right now. You're right, but be honest though, it's because that particular person that grew up in the hood.
Yeah,
he didn't grew up in the hood like from a young age.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. When I was growing up in Chicago, we wasn't taught. Hey, don't hang out with them because they white. Don't hang out with them because they Mexican. No, we went off of actions. Hey, don't hang out with him. He a gangbanger. Don't hang out with him. Hey, he sell drugs. You can't be with them. Hey, they be bullying. Hey, little Michael be bullying people in school. I bet I catch you hanging out with him. Not because he was white. It's because he be bullying people in school. Yeah. But when I came down south, and you know what I'm saying, being in Mississippi is a little different. But I didn't really see how race, well, I didn't even say prejudice, how prejudiced things could be until we got this Chick-fil-A out here in Columbus. And a friend of mine who is an atheist tried to get a job there. They told him that he couldn't get the job because he atheist.
That's
yeah. Hey, for real. I'm gonna tell you something.
You gotta be Christian, not Catholic.
Yeah, you have to be.
Not Catholic.
Hey, listen, let me.
You gotta be Christian to work at it.
I'll say this though, I'm all about freedom, so I'm all in favor of, like, if you run a business, I'm all in favor of discrimination. Like, if you're black and you don't want white people to work for you, well, go ahead. If white people don't want black people, if you're a Christian and you don't want atheists to work for you, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say some real shit. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Check me out. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. You be honest. If you in the South, you always need that one or two white guys. If you black, you need that one or two white guys, bro.
That's everywhere though.
You need that one or two, and guess what? They need you too.
But that's the great thing about America, Kane, right? Is that, like, there are some businesses that I do think you need other cultures' perspectives.
You just need it.
If you decide, I think you should be free to decide whether or not you want that. And if you want to fail, go ahead and fucking fail.
If the other person succeeds, because other people can give you a different perspective. So
you just need it, bro.
I used to work in Baptist and go to Triangle.
Yeah, but I don't think
a patient called me nigga. A patient straight up called me the hard R. Yeah, F you, man. All the black staff was like, "Hey, Terrell, I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that." Okay, but then you do this, but then the same thing happened to you, and you ain't trying to fight them, but you think I'm gonna fight them because they call me the N-word and lose my job? Guess what? My wife, the white nurse I was working with, she's like, Terrell.
Look, I'm totally with you on what you're saying, as far as, like, you may need that in specific businesses, right? What I'm saying though is I don't think anybody should be forced to do anything. I don't think the government should force anybody to hire black people if they don't want to hire black people, or hire white people, or hire Chinese people if they don't want to, or gay people, or whatever. My point is that if your business needs that though, and you decide you're gonna go and do it without it, you're gonna fail, and that's your choice.
You're gonna fail, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna fail because it's some people out here that know how to do some shit, bro. And if you fail over being that way and not hiring this motherfucker, that this motherfucker gonna elevate you, that's your fucking problem, bro.
Yeah.
That's your problem, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. You know what I'm saying? I live somewhere every fucking where. You know what I'm saying? Now D-Wall, Alice, y'all know some of this shit. I'd have been somewhere fucking everywhere. But I noticed where I live at, it's the difference between the North Mississippi and it's the difference between the South Mississippi. It's a fucking difference.
Yeah.
I lived in both of them.
From New York City all the way down to Indiana, down to fucking Louisiana, over to New Mexico, and back to New York again. Now I'm in West Virginia.
Hey, y'all hear what Mark Henry?
It's the difference, bro.
Did y'all hear what Mark Henry said about Hulk Hogan when he was DJing?
What he saying?
What he said? He started playing Hulk Hogan music, right? And he stopped it, and he said, in the words of Iron Sheik, "Fuck you, Hulk Hogan," and got to playing Hulk Hogan music again.
Yeah,
you gotta understand.
Hulk Hogan was still alive though when that happened.
You gotta understand. Most people nowadays, like, they do everything for clout, or for internet fame or whatever,
That's
or
what
like
it
even virtue
And not only that,
signaling. Yeah,
right?
like most people like
celebrity is playing a role. Celebrities got an agenda, but we ain't gonna.
No,
we got a couple.
you
We got a
don't
couple
want to go down
things.
that rabbit hole.
Yeah, celebrities are part of an agenda.
At the end of the day, all their hatred for Hulk Hogan is just fake. It's all performative.
Yeah,
They're just trying to show.
the world.
Yes,
the industry.
I'm telling you though, bro.
The industry is a stage.
Yeah,
the industry
That's
is
all
a
it
stage.
is.
It's all
Exactly.
for
That's all it
entertainment.
is.
The White House, all of it.
I'll tell you, you bring up Hulk Hogan in real life outside of the internet, most people go, "Oh man, I love that guy. He was great." You know, I watched him when I was wrestling. Even if they're gonna fake their way through the conversation, they're at least faking their way.
And a lot of them do that now.
Yeah, sure.
Here's the
But
problem, though.
That's
Sean,
because
and
that's because of this. Because in real life, people know that celebrating a person's death is shameful, and it's disgraceful, and they're not going to do it in real life. They'll do it on the internet because it's not reality.
It's not.
It's where I get my fame and I get my little like 2 seconds of like feeling that endorphin or whatever. But in real life, all those people that showed a video celebrating Hulk Hogan did not do that in real life. They're not doing that every day.
Social media is a social
left-wing liberal city.
Here's what they're trying to do. The reason why they invented social media is because they wanted to trickle into real life. The way people act on social media is the same way they want us to operate in real life.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And you see it seep in every now and then.
It
does.
does.
See that? Yes.
I was taking my nephews. I was taking my niece and nephews to the eye clinic yesterday. What was they doing the whole time? On their phone. I'm like, boy, you finna walk into that door, your ass on that damn phone.
Because
all of them just.
In real life, this is what I'm talking about, is sort of the way people talk to each other. And in real life, people talk to each other way different than they do on the internet. I did a video one time where I was just doing like, hey, we're just going to do some random debates about shit that even people made. Like, it may be just common consensus. I did a video where I was like, Dr. Dre's not a good producer. Just to have fun with a conversation. Bro, the comments I got were, you're a fucking idiot, you piece of shit, and this and that. And I'm like, bro, the reason why I realized in that video, the reason why people don't talk like that on the internet, they only talk like that on the internet and not real life, is because in real life, you'll get punched in the fucking mouth if you talk like that. And there's at least, even if I'm not going to do that, I'm not a violent person, but there's the risk that could happen. And most people are cowards. Most people are cowards.
You know what's sad that a lot of people don't want to admit, though? People don't think it's Dr. Dre as a producer. They think of him as a rapper. And he's not even in a lot of people's top 10.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
A lot of those people that said, a lot of people that said that you were stupid, they don't even listen to his productions on a daily basis.
For real.
Let me just explain that real quick. I took the side, just for fun, I took the side of going, Dr. Dre is one of my favorite producers. I think he's one of the greatest, right? Yeah. But I took the side of anti-Dr. Dre just for the conversation, just to have fun with it. Yeah. And people came at me like I disparaged Jesus or Muhammad or something. And I'm like, bro, like, relax. Like, it's just to start a conversation.
It's false idolship.
Yes.
That's what's going on right now.
That shit that you did, Krishan, is almost as blasphemous as saying that Nas is a bad rapper.
Wow.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
that's like instant death.
I personally, I've never been a Nas fan.
Hey, look, check this out.
I think he's a good rapper.
That's his opinion. Terrell, finish. I have something to say after Terrell.
My bad. But people used to get argumentative with me when I used to say that Big Crit, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar was my big three.
Oh yeah,
Big Crit. Yeah, boy.
They used to get mad. But then I was like, nah, J. Cole contradicts himself too much. So my big three is gonna be Wale, Big Crit, and Kendrick. You know the reason why people used to get mad at me? So you ain't gonna include Drake? That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
But that tells you one thing though, bro. You can't satisfy everybody.
Yeah.
You can't.
Kane, the difference was that like back in the day, I remember people like doing top 10 lists was just like a fun conversational starter. Now it's poison. Now it's like you're gonna go to war with people.
Kane.
Yeah,
you remember when we used to do that shit on TikTok?
You said what now?
Go live and just listen to music. When we used to go live together and listen to music.
Yeah.
On TikTok, and we used to have people just vibing and chilling. Man, we got to get back to that. We got to start getting some people back into that because we got to start chilling some people out because I feel like people got no chill no more.
Yeah, and I love discovering new music. I love discovering new music.
Don't thread me with no good time.
It's true. Like people got to start vibing and chilling more. Like relax. Like stop fucking trying to make somebody's death like a fucking celebration. Like you're gonna have a fucking birthday party or something.
Now,
like that's
like,
just
real.
Also, Joe, like his death changes their life in any way. They weren't fans of Hulk Hogan. Like him dying doesn't make their life any better. He wasn't right. He wasn't a terrorist. He wasn't a pedophile. Like, what are we celebrating here? He said something that you didn't like.
They celebrate. These motherfuckers will celebrate kitty diddlers and fucking sexual assault people. People who beat on their wife more than they'll celebrate these people and fucking be fans of these people, but yet Hulk Hogan said one bad word and it's like he's crucified for life.
These same people,
Joe. I literally have people that tease me for loving wrestling as a kid and loving wrestling in high school and still love wrestling to this day. That even chimed in on the fuck Hulk Hogan train, and it's like, you motherfuckers don't even watch professional wrestling.
Yeah.
These are the same people.
Exactly.
These are the same people we're talking about. The same people that forgave Chris Benoit before Hulk Hogan. Fuck off. I don't want to hear about it.
That's an iceberg. I'm literally in a group about.
Hey, to be honest, that shit, that opened another fucking door.
It's a bunch of nonsense.
That's an iceberg.
That's a bunch of nonsense. He killed his family. There's no evidence to anything else.
Can I want to say something real quick.
We could get into that one day, Terrell. Yeah. I'm down for that.
Me too.
Now,
I can with a whole lot of facts.
Me too. Me too.
I know, Mr. Joe, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Oh boy,
came out with a couple of videos after Hogan's death. Let's hear one or two.
He's really milking this.
I think the Hogan people really made a mistake. If they just would have told the truth, it would have completely debunked me. I mean, it takes all my bullets away with regards to having a scoop on something that I know they're lying about. If they would have said, yeah, you know what? Hogan's not doing so good right now. He's having complications from a neck and back surgery. We're very concerned. Please pray for Hulk. None of that. It was always, he's doing good. He's doing strong day by day. We're good. I mean, Jimmy Hart alluded to the fact that they were at karaoke on Monday.
Well, I mean, do you think people were covering for him, or do you think that these people close to him were getting false information?
I think that they were covering for him. I think that they were freaked out that I was so correct that they didn't know what to do. They got bad PR information. That, and along with Seth, remember when we watched Bischoff this past week and he was re-promoting on Fox and Friends that they just signed a deal with Fox Nation?
Yes.
And remember when I said, just look how tired and sad he looks?
Yes.
They knew. They've known for a long time that he wasn't going to.
This guy makes me sick. I just can't even stand him.
Okay,
we got another clip later.
And Krishan, I know he doesn't. I know people. I don't like him. I get it. But here's the problem, though. He was right.
Yeah, but again, it's not like he was right on exposing Hulk Hogan on some kind of corruption or some kind of scheme or something. It's like, yeah, Hulk Hogan probably didn't want people to know that he was getting close to his deathbed. It's like a lot of old school guys do that. They don't want people. Norm Macdonald didn't tell people he had cancer. You know what I mean? Like, He doesn't want people to know he was weak in that state.
But this is a PR thing where
no, but
PR
what's wrong with that? What's wrong? What's morally wrong about that?
You know, I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. I mean, you want to die, and you just want to be left the fuck alone. But when you're an icon and a symbol like Hogan was, you would think that he would want to have the prayers. You would think that he would want to have and see all the love from the fans as he was leaving. You know what I mean?
I think it's more proof maybe Hogan had a little bit of a change in his life and he didn't really care about that anymore. And maybe it was like more of like being like, I'm not gonna burden people with that. I'm gonna just live my life. If I die, I die. Like people are, and look how people treated his death. Do you think like maybe he was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna die. Like
another thing,
it's the one time you'd expect Hulk Hogan to take the spotlight, and he didn't.
He did. No, he did. He did. Actually have a clip right here. Him saying that he gave himself to Christ. Like that's the one thing he did online.
No,
that kind of like
that's giving God the spotlight, not him.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah,
but go ahead, play it. I'd love to hear it.
Well, brother, as an entertainer, you want to sell tickets. And you really don't want to split your audience. You know, you don't want to say, I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican. You want all kind of people come to see you perform. I stayed silent for so long. It was killing me.
My apologies.
Oh, okay.
That's the one talking about the war. This is his last thing. Actually, I don't have that. I don't have that one. Actually, my bad. My apologies.
That was MAGA Hogan.
Yes, that was MAGA Hogan.
Yeah,
My apologies.
You don't have the baptized one?
No, I don't have the baptized one. I wanted to respect, like, he did get baptized, and he did say in a video that one of his biggest regrets is like he could have, like, he had the chance to reconcile with Roddy Piper, but he never did. And after that, he gave himself to God. That he knew that he needed to let go of all the hate. He needed to let go of all the mistakes that he did. And I will respect him for that. Again, all religions are respectful and where we are in the PWF. So if he gave himself to God to clean himself of all the sins and all the shit that he did, then fine. I respect him on that. Here's the part that I get mad that Joe, you are right. Bubba loves Sponge, and like you were shitting on him when we talked about this shit weeks ago. And I was like, it's kind of fucked up that he's kind of saying this shit, but it's weirdly like prophetic. This is what he said after he fucking died, which for me, I mean, even this was fucking scummy. So here we fucking go.
I lost everything. I lost my house. I lost this building. And he made millions and millions of dollars. Sure. And guess what? He should have. His privacy and his rights were violated. Every dollar he got from the Hogan sex tape, he deserved. But I don't necessarily know that I deserved what I got. And that's the point of the documentary that's coming out. I wish the sex tape was a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Do you know I had to pay him $5,000 and apologize? I had to read this apology to him on the air and pay him $5,000 because Hogan needed to own the tape in order to be able to take it to court. I paid him $5,000 and gave him rights because Cox was telling me at the time, you better make this thing go away. This is, you guys understand, this is October of 2012, right when it hits Gawker. And Cox comes to me and says, you need to make this go away. We can't have our morning guy involved in a big sex scandal. So my attorneys got a hold of Hogan and were like, I know you think Bubba did it, but what's it going to take for Bubba to get out of this law? He was suing me for $100 million, but Cox and Gawker had it. And so they're like, we want copyright, trademark. We want to own the tapes and give us $5,000. I had to make 2 payments of $2,500. I couldn't even pay him $5,000 in one lump sum, but I had to get out of it or I was going to lose my job. And what happened? I ended up losing my job anyway. And the person they promoted was the person that leaked.
Damn.
I like how Bubba pretends. I like how Bubba pretends he had nothing to do with leaking the sex tape.
Of course,
hey y'all,
whatsoever. Yeah,
it was fun talking to y'all. I actually got to get ready and wind down because I got the sleep study.
Thank you, bro, for coming on, bro.
All right, Terrell. Good talking to you, man.
Thank you, Terrell.
Talking to y'all too.
More collabs coming soon.
Oh yeah, and before I leave, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. I hope your family get all the condolences that they deserve.
Yes,
that's what I'm talking about, brother.
Yes.
For real.
Now,
because none of us is perfect. For real.
Of course not. Shout out to Kane. He left mysteriously. He did Invisible Man. Just popped out of nowhere either.
Man, wow, he got you beat.
He just popped out of nowhere. But I want to leave it on two things. After this is kind of a comedic thing for me. It's funny. After the racist jokes and whatever the racist thing that he said, this popped out. So I want to put this out here real quick.
Match so many superstars, but only one will win.
Long odds for all competitors involved, but each and every one will fight to the finish. I guarantee it.
He's been placed in the corner now.
More liberal pettiness.
That's I found that.
The internet is undefeated.
Now, okay, I want to say this for final thoughts. I don't, like I said, I don't hate Hulk Hogan as a person because he did revolutionize wrestling in the 80s. He did revolutionize wrestling in the mid 90s. Even though
Alex,
I was a major Sting fan. Yes.
Let's also we didn't get to talk about this, but let's also throw in there that all of these selfless acts that he's done outside of wrestling, helping people's children, and like the one guy that broke down outside of Hogan's bar when they interviewed him and let him know that Hogan passed away, and he was in fucking tears and said that Hulk Hogan was the one that saved his daughter's life, and that he is ungratefully and unsympathetically he can never repay the man for what he has done.
Of course.
All the make-a-wish.
And she thanks him every day because Hogan saved his daughter's life. He said he walked right there with my daughter and he pointed over at the thing. And he's like, when he did that, he saved my daughter's life.
Yes. I will say Michael Rappaport, the guy that said is a tag team player. I forgot what his name was. Teddy Long. Devon Dudley. Dominic has been on the dick of Hogan for this whole 3 days on Twitter, bro. Just like, I love you, Dom. I love you, Hogan. You're my best Hogan. You're my best Hogan. I'm like, damn, I never even heard Hogan even talk about your ass, man. But, cool. I respectfully for
yeah,
Dom.
they got a picture together.
Which, by the way, breaking news, they're going to show Triple Mania on YouTube because Dominic is going to be in the main event. Him versus a Grande Americano plus his El Hijo de Vikingo plus his Octagon Jr. in a 4-way.
What about fuck, I was gonna say something and I fucking lost my train of damn thought.
El Hilo Dr. Wagner Jr.
That ain't hard to do.
The goldfish, they sometimes jump out of the bowl.
Yes. But I will say this about Hogan. Condolences to his family. I want Linda Hogan. Well, Linda Hogan's kind of crazy. I want Brooke Hogan to like find your path, be happy. I mean, your dad was very old, and no matter how much money you have, it doesn't help with bad surgeries. And the fact that the fact that Hogan, you had a lot of shit on your body done to you. So you were just it's like Flair. Flair is on death's door, like trying to like doing a Russian leg sweep on his ass every single time, and like we don't like it's kind of crazy. Like Flair should have been dead for like 10 years now, and he ain't dead yet.
How the fuck do you survive 2 plane crashes?
Yeah.
Heart attack, numerous heart attacks. He has a pacemaker in him, had a match.
Cancer.
By the way,
cancer.
You did touch on something there. Hogan's family. Really, it's amazing that Brooke was the one that turned out to be the normal one.
Yeah.
Like she kind of just went on to have a normal life, and his wife and son are just complete messes.
Yes.
Yeah, Brooke always came off like a whore. I really thought she was gonna really fuck her life up.
You thought she was gonna be the one? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought she was gonna be like Britney Spears and like Miley Cyrus style shit.
Yeah, with a little Lindsay Lohan in there.
Yeah,
definitely. And now she's married to a hockey player, and they have twins.
I really saw a lot of cocaine in Brooke Hogan's in Brooke Hogan's future, but it didn't happen. I got to give it to her. Maybe it did.
I thought she was going to be a stripper, to be honest.
Yeah, sorry, Alex, I cut you off.
No, it's quite right. I want to say this. With this understanding Hulk Hogan, I think we're in a new era of life that when celebrities who have dark past die, we're going to be talking, because I was thinking about one person in particular that when he dies, will we talk about his accomplishments or will we talk about his failures and his
Ric Flair?
No,
Donald
Bill
Trump?
Cosby.
Oh.
Who?
Bill Cosby.
Don't forget about the pudding.
I'd compare it more to Donald Trump.
But then I say this. What about R. Kelly when he dies? Again, great artist, great songs, but he literally has been in jail for making a slavery thing for women.
He actually did a reprehensible thing. You get what I'm saying? Like I can get people going like, fuck that guy, he's going to hell.
Yeah.
Like even though I don't
he gave her the poo poo and the pee pee.
Exactly. But here's the point. With Bill Cosby, when he dies, will we mourn him or will we make fun? Because again, this we just saw something that has never happened in wrestling history. We saw a wrestling legend pass away, and the IWC has been divided of people that love him and people that want to just make him burn in hell. And Ric Flair, as much as we love him, he, again, I say this the third time, he has a dark fucking past of being a sexist, a racist, a womanizer, just the worst of the worst.
The only person,
the best.
The only person I could compare it to in wrestling would be like the Fabulous Moolah, where they were like, it was so divided. But you're right. I think it's even beyond that, Alex. I think it's like really a polarizing death, just period. Because I've seen like people who don't even care about wrestling comment on this.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, and that just shows you Hulk Hogan really transcended wrestling, which is a tribute to him.
Hulk Hogan is also the reason why Hollywood and wrestling are a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Why The Rock made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Hogan, there wouldn't be no wrestlers transitioning into Hollywood.
Yeah. I just want to say this real quick. Michelle Trachtenberg, Ozzy Osbourne, the guy that was in the show Nip Tuck, rest in peace.
Julian McMahon.
Julia McMahon, like Michelle Trachtenberg alone, I'm like, it hit me in the heart.
What about
and we also say that
yeah,
Malcolm Jamal Warner got the opening act of this one because everybody was like, oh man, Theo's gone, and then Ozzy died, and they were like, oh fuck Theo, Ozzy's dead,
and then Hulk Hogan,
one after the other,
and then Hulk Hogan died, and everybody was like, oh, Ozzy and Hogan, they're kind of equal.
I was talking to Joe. I said, God damn it, why couldn't they took Ric Flair?
Every fucking first off, they rejected Ric Flair numerous times, obviously, because 2 plane crashes, a heart attack, numerous heart attacks, cancer. Nobody wants him.
God and Satan are fighting over Ric Flair right now.
Yes, and it's never going to end. And Ric Flair's like
fighting over him. They're trying to send him back. They were like, leave him there. We don't want him.
That's what I meant. It was you keep him. Oh, you keep him.
No, you keep him. Ric Flair is the Lobo in the DC universe. That like heaven and hell don't even want him. Like they just don't want his ass. Like we don't want you. Go somewhere else.
They're gonna have to make a new dimension. They're gonna have to make like a new dimension
just for him.
And there's also a bit of a fear from both of them that he may take over.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you know what happened if you go in the mirror and say Ric Flair name 3 times?
Hulk Hogan appears.
Ric Flair gonna pop in the mirror. Woo!
A baseball mitt appears.
But Mr. Joe BNCO and then Krishan close the arguments on PWF Wrestling Talk, Hulk Hogan.
I'll say this. When it comes to the racist statement of Hulk Hogan, I think context matters. I think the only way to make it completely racist is to remove all context, which is what you see most people do. A lot of people will tell you, oh well, you know, white people could say the N-word. There's some exceptions, like, you know, singing along with a song. You know, if it's in, I think there's like even more exceptions. Like if it's in the title of a song, I think you should be able to say it. I think that's why it's the title of a song. Really, if your argument is just saying the word itself is racist and you don't care about the context, then you're not part of this debate. You're not part of this discussion because context doesn't matter and nothing anybody says matters then. As far as the lies, I think we've covered it. Hulk Hogan's lies were just kind of him selling. It wasn't really anything crazy. Maybe you can go as far as like it was just political, him playing the game and wrestling. That's just kind of how it was back then. What else? I just would get into the people celebrating him. Most of them are just doing it for clout or peer pressure. They feel like they should do it because it's like a virtue signal. It makes them look like a good person because they're celebrating the death of somebody who's quote unquote evil when they don't even have morals themselves to make that judgment. At the end of the day, Hulk Hogan inspired a lot of people. It's the reason why I watch wrestling, why I've been watching wrestling for fucking 30 years, 32 years at this point.
Talk about it.
He captured the imagination of all of us. He inspired millions of people, and the people celebrating his death, he inspired and did more for the world than any of them will ever do in their entire lifetime. So fuck him. Hulk Hogan should be honored in all wrestling companies because he but he made this whole thing mainstream and why we even do this show right now and why we talk about it.
Tell him, brother.
I'll leave it there. Right. Follow me at Misfit Nation on Rumble. The Misfit Nation.
Came back. Came back.
And thank you guys for having me on. Much love.
Man, anytime, bro.
No, I love you guys. Your family.
Anytime, big
anxiety
dog.
attack
Hey,
for this shit, dude. Oh, hey,
don't be no stranger either, bro.
Yeah, one of the few places I feel free to speak.
Yeah.
So I thank you guys.
You're always here. Always for that.
Yeah.
Everybody have a so I feel free to speak.
Yes, like Saturdays on the PWF is meant to be like just free talking about life and wrestling, and without any judgments. Because Wednesdays is drunken talk with D-Walk. Thursdays is about Evolve. Everything else is just crazy talk. Joe, final thoughts.
My final thoughts are this, and that is that I don't believe context. Again, I believe context is a big thing. And when you look back at what he said back when it happened, I don't believe he was saying it out of hatred. I don't believe he was saying it out of racism. I believe it was being said out of concern for his daughter. And having a daughter myself, I can understand and sympathize with that because of the fact that I wouldn't want my daughter dating a bum. I don't care what color your skin is, but I don't want my daughter dating a bum.
So
I'd rather him be a rich man. Yeah, well, you know, scrub, bum, piece of shit, turd, you know, not worth the skin he's in. I mean, whatever you want to call it. But either way, I understand where Hogan was coming from being a father. And being a father to a little girl is different than being a father to a little boy. Completely different.
I get that.
Yes.
And I'm going to say that Hogan should be celebrated. Hogan should be celebrated for everything he's done because without Hulk Hogan, there wouldn't be anything where we're at right now. We've gotten to a point in wrestling where wrestling is so big and so mainstream, but without Hulk Hogan, this would have never happened.
Yeah,
the last 40 years of wrestling would have been non-existent.
Yeah, we had a cruiserweight
dry,
or much lower existence, much more niche.
I think it would have died. To be honest, I don't think it would have had legs to stand because if the WWF Let's put it this way. Let's say it's 1984. Okay, no Hulk Hogan. Do you really think they're going to make it with the guys they had? No. And then we wouldn't have had the NWO. We wouldn't have had DX. We wouldn't have had none of that. All these guys were inspired by Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Hogan inspired fucking thousands of wrestlers.
Tell him again.
If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, you wouldn't have the wrestler, your favorite wrestler. There wouldn't be a Randy Orton. There wouldn't be a Triple H. There wouldn't be a Shawn Michaels. There wouldn't be a John Cena. There wouldn't be none of these guys. No CM Punk. None of these guys would be a thing. Tony Khan wouldn't have a wrestling company right now called AEW, if you're an AEW fan. If you're a fan of WCW, that wouldn't have been a thing either, because, well, if territories are still a thing, then that would have never happened.
Mm-hmm.
You would have never had an Extreme Championship Wrestling. Paul Heyman probably would have been out of a job. He might have been a car salesman.
Who spend that knowledge on y'all?
Think about these things before you put past judgment on somebody. And think about, have you done something wrong? Have you sinned? Have you said something that's hurt somebody's feelings or said something out of context or that's been taken out of context? I'm sure you have, because everybody has. Sometimes things happen, okay, But he was given permission.
Hulk was the bull.
That's first. Yeah, Hulk was given. Basically, he just sat there and he's like, "Hey, you could fuck my wife. We're just going to videotape it."
And he
had a camera hidden. No, he had a camera hidden in the closet, but he wasn't sitting there watching them bang.
Yeah, right. He was probably beating his meat, watching them bang.
Well, I heard
afterwards.
Afterwards,
maybe.
He said afterwards, y'all stupid, bro.
I think the reason, like, he has this. I'm sorry to cut into you, Joe, but
Bubba
the Love Sponge has this whole thing where he's like, "Oh, the camera happened to be recorded." It's like you let Hulk Hogan fuck your wife in a room with a camera set up, a hidden camera, and you're trying to convince us that wasn't perfect.
He had a camera with a tripod in a closet with the closet cracked.
Mm-hmm. That guy's a scumbag. And he deserves to lose everything.
Here he did. Hogan already took everything. And Hogan put Gawker out of business. They were supposed to pay him $100 million. They only paid him $30 million. And when they paid him the $30 million, they had to file bankruptcy. And out of that $30 million, Hogan had to pay all of his attorneys, all the court costs, and all that other shit. So, like, he didn't even get the $30 million.
Yeah. But his children
he got
and his wife
15
now. Yeah, about 15, maybe 14, 10.
But what's a testament to him is that he was still, to the day he died, after like 30 years after his career,
making money,
putting his name on shit and selling it. That's
making
how
money.
That's how much of a testament to what he did. Sorry,
he
Alex.
bought Scores Sports Bar that's opening up right across from the front door of Madison Square Garden in New York City. He owns it. Him and that guy partnered up. That's to be Hogan's Sports Bar, immortalized across from Madison Square Garden now for the rest of eternity.
That's good.
And he has Hogan. And then he's got the beach bar, and he's got Hogan's Hangout.
That's good for him. And I will say, for Hogan, your legacy will live on
forever.
Forever,
brother.
Like or not, forever,
brother.
Yeah,
look at WWE.
Yeah, and the point I want to say is that for the future generations, just learn to shut your fucking mouth. Don't say racist things, and maybe
not only that.
Far.
Not only that.
More than that.
There's more than that. Stop being so fucking sensitive.
Thank you, Joe.
Stop being so fucking sensitive. Stop with the fucking, oh, he said a mean word. Boo hoo. Shut the fuck up. People say things. Would you okay, I'm going to say a bad word to you, and then I'm going to punch you in the fucking face and break your nose. Which one's going to hurt worse? You tell me. Which one hurts worse, people? I bet you if I break your fucking nose, that word ain't going to mean shit anymore. You're going to be worried about the blood flowing this way.
That's going to be secondary at that point.
Yo, we going to church, bro. I'm on my way. We going to church.
But with that, I will say shout out to Chrissy Talks Wrestling. She gave a shout out and liked our story on Instagram. I will give a shout out to
thank you.
Black Couch Booking. Shout out to Ed Influential Sports, Rage Man.
Rage.
Shout out to the people over there, the family over there. Shout out to PWF. Shout out to Krishan the Dawn for gracing us with your presence.
Yeah.
Don't put it like that, guys.
No, it's true. Like, again, we are the podcast that really want to talk about things. We weren't trying to be disrespectful. Yeah, the thumbnail was kind of inviting. Sure. But the fact of the matter is, we just want to talk about Hulk Hogan. Bad or good, just talk about him, and that's who we are. We are not trying to for clout. We're not trying to troll. We just genuinely want to talk about the facts up and down, left and right. So with that, I want to say thank you for guys for passing by. Kane the Destroyer, D Walk on Wednesdays 9:30. Joey NCO, Krishan the Dawn. Please tell people your socials, and we'll go down the line.
You can follow me on X at Krishan the Don. You can also follow my show at the Misfit Nation podcast on YouTube. We still sometimes throw stuff up there, but we do our lives over at Rumble at the Misfit Nation on Rumble. And also Podbean, misfitnation.podbean.com. We're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I think that's still a thing, right?
Nice.
Thank you, guys. Hey, I love the PUWF. Like I always say, you guys are appreciated over on the Misfit Nation. You know,
Thank you, bro.
Thank you for that.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course, always. Joe BNCO, you can find him on Joe BNCO and Joseph Bianco on certain on different formats.
Hey,
Kane the Destroyer.
Hey, man! All you gotta do is shoot him and tell him to go to Linktree. I'm on Linktree.
Oh my God!
Joe BNCO on Linktree, and then you got it all on there. It's got Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, what is it, X, and it's got fucking Twitch and everything else on there. One link, all of it.
Linktree / Joe BNCO. Kane the Destroyer, please tell me where you're from and where they can find you. Kane's in his world. I love it. Kane, you're muted.
Can't hear you.
And he's chilling with stuff. All right, D-Walk.
Oh, he's muted. He's muted.
Yeah.
Kane was coming across like that cartoon Billy Goat, just chewing on a sandwich.
Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove. Emperor's New Groove.
Hey, you can find me on Dennis D. Walker Facebook. Dennis Walker Facebook. Goddamn. Twitter D Walk 3000. Goddamn TikTok. D Walk 3000. You can check me out on my brand new Facebook page, Number Wrestling. Mr. Flint A10.
We got to get everybody. We got to get everybody to make Linktree, so it's just one link, and you get them all.
That's true. I know. But
it's free.
Kane, you can find him at Kane the Destroyer, KANEDA, the Destroyer, DSTROYOR. I'm kind of drunk. You can find me on patreon.com/Alex Coquito. 46 people are watching, 46 people are paying. Thank you for that. I want to give thanks to everyone that passed by. EOD 33 Wrestling Hub. We'll see you on Thursday and on Wednesdays. He is like, by the way, Joe, EOD 33 is like the alternate version of you, but just nicer.
Damn.
Not racist. So that's pretty cool. So
Damn.
He's nice.
Damn.
Joe, come on now. I love you, but come on now.
He hit you with the hard R word.
Did you hear that, Krishan? Did you hear that?
Yes.
I'm not racist. I'm not racist because I accept all races.
Exactly.
I'm not racist. I got 2 white friends.
I accept. I have of all different races, creeds, and colors, and I will say this wholeheartedly. They all bleed the same, and they all die the same.
Exactly.
Now, some of them get stabbed and some of them get shot. That ain't the same.
And some of them get hung, but that's beside the point.
All righty, with that, ladies and gentlemen, stay healthy, stay happy. Welcome to PWF. We'll see you on Wednesday with NXT Time with D-Walk, talking about another crazy episode of NXT. See you on Thursday with Post Evolve Podcast, talking about Evolve. See you on Saturday with some crazy ass shit that we always say. Good night, everybody.
Damn, Rican, where you found this? WWF exclusive. This is the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans. If you don't like it, suck our D-Walk, Joe BNCO, and the Invisible Man.